Let's see. Am I live? Am I live? Am I recording? Yes. Hey, I'm live. Hey, sorry about that dead air because I wasn't sure if the software kicked in. And yes, we are live. Let's see here. I'm going to check some settings real quick here. Sorry for the delay. Let's see. I doubt there are any people on right now either. So it's not like I'm talking to a room with 10,000 people, right? Let's see. All right. Okay, all right. 1 second here. Okay, I guess I should be jumping in. Let's talk. Okay, again, let's see. Vincent Nguyen here for Tipline. Welcome to Tipline. Let's talk about the market. We are closing the week. It was a short week, 4-day week. Want to jump in and take a look at SPY really quick here. What's happening to SPY? Because I had a pretty substantial move down yesterday. Here we go. It came down, tapped the 20-day moving average right here, and then bounced back up. Tried to break the 50-day moving average, which is the blue line, and then totally got rejected. It'll be interesting to see what happens come Monday when we have a start of a full week of trading for the SPY. And then let's look at NASDAQ here. NASDAQ is down 0.08%. Same thing here. Opened up near the 20 SMA, got pushed up, and then very similar to what we're looking at with the SPY. It's the same principle here. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Same thing. Okay, let me mute that real quick. Okay, hey, AIM, thanks for being the only one on the live right now. I just get tired of shooting a video, processing it, and then uploading it. It's just, for me, it's just much easier to shoot a live video and then we can look at everything live versus watching a pre-recorded video, if you know what I'm talking about. It's like everything is raw and it's real. But yeah, thank you for joining and thank you for watching. Okay, so let's get back to NASDAQ 100 here. Whether it's the indexes or whether it's a single stock, when price close below the 8 EMA, like what you're seeing here, it tells me that there is much more drawdowns to come. Especially when you witness the market gap down this much. For the NASDAQ, 1.3% is quite a bit coming down here. And then it did get pushed up, tested. This tells me that the bulls tried to push the market up above the 50, the 8, and the 3, the 8 and 3 EMA, and the 50 SMA, and got rejected. That's not a good sign. I mean, at a minimum, I'm gonna say that I would expect NASDAQ to hit at least 15,127 come next Monday or Tuesday. Let's check back and see if that's gonna happen. But I'm expecting from this, it's not looking pretty. Why? Because it has nothing to do with harmonics. It's just the way the market structure is set up. You've got this massive market structure that's set up back in October 13th of 22, and then that started wave 1 up, wave 2 down, and then wave 3 ended on February 1st of 23. And then wave 4 down, and then you have this just giant growth, bear run from March all the way up here to the peak that ended on July 19th. And then that's wave 4 to 5, then 5 to A, which ended on 8/17, right? And then now you've got the conclusion of wave A to B at the top here. So what's next for the NASDAQ? I mean, if NASDAQ's going down, what do you think is going to happen to all the tickers that's trading under NASDAQ? They're going to obviously go down because that's what's driving the index pricing. Okay, so right now, I mean, the 200 is sitting right at like 13,318. Down. I'm here. Is it down? Is the live stream down, or am I stuck? Hold on a second. Hang on a second. Are we stuck? All right, let me check with the team. Oh, is the live stream down? No, all is good and streaming. How come I can't see? Oh, I have it paused. Okay, all right, sorry. Thank you so much. Okay, all right. So yes, you're right, and it's gonna go down. So if NASDAQ retraces to the 1618, we're looking at the 200 being at the 1618 retracement right here at 13,334. But if it's going down to like just the one, we're looking at, let's see here. I just have these pre-mapped so that's easier for when we're doing live, so I don't have to do it. 14,272. So yeah, this is where we're looking at the retracement to happen with NASDAQ. SPY, I mean, is that looking at about the same? SPY is a little different because SPY is, here's leg 2 to 3. So leg 2 to 3 started on March 13 and it ended on July 27th. So that was 94 trading days to go from 2 to 3 and then 3 to 4. So SPY is a little different. SPY is showing that it's just completing wave 3 to 4 and then 4 to 5 is coming. So that's going to be a nice bear run. I'm sorry, a nice bull run coming up here. And in my opinion, the difference between SPY and NASDAQ is that I believe, and once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to give you financial advice. I'm just here to show you where the charts could lead pricing for the stock market. Okay, so that being said, I honestly think that the 20 moving average is going to act as a massive support right here for the SPY. I would love to come back in a couple of days and see if my prediction is right. Now, you've got today trading here. So what happens on Monday, if you watch the open on Monday, if it opens above today's closing, which is in 15 minutes, right at about 444, if price opens above that and it continues to trade upwards, then yeah, I can see the SPY continue to break above and keep going and break above 453 and finish wave 5 somewhere here. Ooh, wow, that's 618 for wave 5 is at 501. That's really bullish. That's very, very bullish if wave 5 actually finished at $501, because that's, whoa, that would be basically all-time high. if 618 wave 5 actually happens. I mean, again, I'm just showing you what I'm seeing. I mean, based on this pattern, 1 to 2, I mean 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 5. So this to me looks like it's just a very small pause, coming back down to check back with the 20 SMA. And if you have been following me, you'll know that I believe in the 20 SMA acting as a trampoline to go back up. Every time it comes, price comes down. So if you look here, I actually really like how bullish this chart looks, and I'll explain to you why SPY is bullish. From late 3 to 4, that was expected, and then 4 all the way up, broke above all the moving averages, right? Because stock's not going to run forever. It needs to come back down and retest the last support, and the last support here is the 20 SMA. So it came back down, broke below it a little bit yesterday, and today it broke up, back up and closed above, opened up above yesterday's closing. And so that to me is very bullish. And from what I can see that's happening with the SPY, I can almost confidently say that it's at a minimum, it'll bounce back and forth obviously, but 618 is the next target, appears somewhere in the 500 range. I mean, that's not too crazy to think, right? I mean, let's see, in the next couple of months, 2 months, month and a half, we could see a 12% growth. That's crazy to think. So yeah, let's check back in on this video down the road and see if this market structure looks right. All right, so that being said, let's quickly, hey, since you're on, you're actually the only one on. Is there any tickers you want me to look at, review for the week, AM or AIM, before we move on? Let me know in a comment or in chat, okay? Meanwhile, I will look at VFS. I think I called VFS at like 15, 16 bucks this morning in our opening stream, and today's low ended up being $16.33. Broke below the 50 SMA and then opened up below the 50 SMA right here and continue to trade downwards. So my thinking is, I called out $14 this morning is where I believe price should potentially reverse. That being said, it's gonna probably get pretty close to the 200 before we see the head and shoulder formation, before we see the neckline. Neckline's going to be at about $13, $14 here. That's the neckline. Okay, so we're talking neckline's gonna, here's, okay, and then I'm thinking like very soon here, Monday could be the neckline formation. Yeah, so something like this is what I'm thinking. Neckline Monday, Tuesday would be a good entry, at least for me, and then ride up to 39, scale out some, and then come back down. What about GNS? All right, GNS, hey, thank you. Let's take a look at GNS. GNS had a 12.3% run today. Still trading in bearish territory because obviously here's the 200-day moving average, which is really far away. It's still struggling to break above the 8 EMA here. This green line is 8 EMA. So it broke above it, got rejected by the 20-day moving average, and then they sold off. I mean, obviously the bulls try to push the price up, but then the bears just said no, we're not going to have it. The good thing is it is moving in the right direction. It is above the 3 EMA, which is this yellow line. So what I would love to see is just a gap up on Monday for this to be extremely bullish. A gap up on Monday above the 8 and then continue to trade upwards. Probably break above, this time around, break above the 20. Come back down and test the 20, probably into Wednesday or Thursday. Right, and then make its way towards the 200 SMA again at $1.63. That's how I would look at GNS if it continues to be bullish. I don't know about news. I don't know about the catalyst. What I do know is the formation of the candles, and what I do know also are the oscillators, and they're looking pretty good right now. Everything is moving towards the top, or moving upwards. Let's see, 8 minutes left till the market closes. Anything else? Anyone? I know I made a call out on ASRE when it was up here in the 40 something price range a couple of days back. I still stand by it. Price target 1 is like 23 cents. If it doesn't break below the 618 retracement, 1618 would probably put it closer to that price target 1. 1618 would pretty much put it close to the bottom of wave 4. Might not happen. It might end up at 34 cents, but we'll see. There's definitely a retracement coming. Even if it goes to the 618 right now, that's looking at more like a 12.3% retracement here. So keep an eye on that. 34 cents is where it could potentially land or go lower. Okay, because it just finished wave 4 to 5. This is going to be wave 5 to A to B, and then B to C is going to retrace back down. I mean, B to C could be wave 1, price target 1. All right, so we'll have this video to come back and check how accurate this call out is. AMC 725, still depressing. That's basically 72 cents. Right? AMC under $1. You know the AAAs to thank for that. Bunch of greedy bastards. Yep, I just said it. VFS. I just went over VFS. NVOS. Yes, so I made a call out on an NVOS as well up here. When it was up here, I told our traders who are trading or scalping or swing trading that, hey, be real careful. This drawdown's coming. I haven't moved these arrows. It's still in the same spot that I made the call out. My thinking again is we wait and see what happens once it hits the 8 EMA. The challenge here is there's this massive gap fill that's going to have to get filled at some point to 1 and 2 here. I want to revisit Very, because I know there are traders that are still in this, still under the 3, still under the 8, still under the 2. Right now, it has not broken above the 3 yet. Let's see, MMAT. Same MMAT, basically got a 4 bar breakdown. Oh. I don't know. I can't say, there's not much I can say about that. FNGR is really bullish. I mentioned that in my live stream this morning, extremely bullish. Wave A to B is happening. B to C is going to be a pretty decent size retracement. Just be prepared for it. Just be prepared for it. I have this mapped out. I'm looking at like $4.32, 38%, 36% retracement here. Just be prepared for it. I'm saying that FNGR is bullish because it's trading above the 200-day moving average. It's bullish, but temporarily there's going to be a bearish movement to retrace, right? No stock is ever going to run forever. I don't care what anyone tells you. The market structure has to follow this trend for it to exist. There's a beginning, which is on March 14th of 23, and then there's going to be an ending of this cycle somewhere this month, towards the end of this month, for FNGR to complete its full life cycle. I mean, that is the hard truth that you need to be prepared for. B2C is coming. Just keep that in mind. Okay, thank you for letting me know that makes sense. What else? BIOC. Oh yeah, I made some call out on BIOC, so I want to come back and see if I'm right. Yeah, so the 4 hour, I did mention not to chase. I mean, if you chase up here, $1.70, you're in a world of hurt. Not gonna lie, if you bought in up here when I said I personally wouldn't buy in, you're in a world of hurt, because that's like 25% drawdown. What I am saying is this. There's a 4 hour chart right now. On the 4 hour chart, there's an inside bar that's kind of a doji-ish. It's testing the 3 EMA. Watch for what happens in the next 4 hour candle. If you see price come in and open above where this candle closed, which is at like $1.33, 34 right now, and then it continues to trade upwards, even if it just bounced around a little bit, that tells me that the trend will continue to go up. Otherwise, expect more drawdown if price open up below this doji or spinning top, or however you want to call it. The day chart. What does the story tell us with the day chart? Markets close in 3 minutes. Day chart's not pretty. I mean, it gapped up quite a bit. I would be terrified, even if I was in the green. I mean, even if I bought at like 85 cents and it gapped up to $1, the high of like $1.85, I would be terrified of this massive gap fill that's gonna have to come back down. So I personally would shave some off, because even if it retraces back down to like $1.10, buying back in is still a win. Okay, again, I do want to reiterate that I am not a financial advisor, or am I giving you financial advice. This is just for entertainment and education, no purposes only. All right, thank you for that. What else? NVDA is, holy moly. Yep, see, NVDA affects the whole market. It's a giant in the industry when it comes to price movement. And when it gapped down below the 8 and below the 20, and it's closing below the 20, what does that tell you? There's more drawdown to come. So just be prepared for that. Everyone who bought in right here at the 20, right here at 445, you should all still be in the green. Unless you scaled in as you went up, you should be in the green at this price target, right? Price point right here where the 20 started. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit and wait and see what happens if price is going to break below the 50 EMA? I mean, if I was in this and I saw this breakdown below the 8, I would have already started considering bailing at open today. Why? Because it gapped down below the 8. Anytime this happens, when you see price gaps down between the 3 and the 8, that's like a big sign that says, hey, dude, start thinking about selling out or something, because it's not looking good. So this is wave 4 to 5. My thinking is this is going to form 5 to A somewhere, and I'm thinking it's going to nail 442. I'll call it now. NVIDIA is going to nail 442 leg 5 to A. A is going to be right here. I'll put down I'll put down this as leg 5 to A. Okay. All right. Text leg retracement 5 to A. Okay. At let's see, 432 is the price target. Okay. So we'll come back and look at that here when this shakes out. All right. Other than that, if there's nothing else, geez, have a great weekend, everyone. Remember, I've got a busy 2 weeks of travel coming up. Apple event coverage for yankodesign.com and dlmag.com. I'm sharing some videos on at my iPhone YouTube account and possibly at dlmag and then at Yanko Design. So if you're not subscribed to those channels, come on over and see what else I do beyond just talk about stocks. I mean, I love tech. I love the iPhone. I love cars. I love to travel. I just like to think that I'm more than just a chart guy. All right. All right. Anyways, once again, my name is Vincent Nguyen for Tipline. Thanks for joining. Have a great weekend. I'll see you soon.